Get the fuck out of here.
And you'll see in the viewers' lives, when they look at a situation that they feared, once they feared of something, when the day came, it wasn't as bad.
100%.
We do this all the fucking time.
9 out of 10 times the shit you think was going to happen didn't happen.
Exactly. So, yeah, it's just prejudging the situation.
Yeah.
We're always throwing negatives of we're not going to be able to handle it. We're not going to be good enough to do this.
It's just going to be all shit.
It's going to be all shit. It's doom and gloom.
Yeah. Straight lopsided.
Exactly.
Just because you don't know doesn't mean you need to be negative.
Spot on.
Once you stay the fuck open and allow the magic to happen, don't just fucking judge the situation as it is.
Yeah, prejudging the situation is obviously a form of fear.
Form of fear, we want to know.
Okay? Again, the ego wants to know.
Correct.
Wants to know what the picture looks like, who you're going to interact with. They want to know every single fucking detail.
That's it.
To make sure you're safe. That's the only reason I'm doing it.
Nice and safe.
Okay? I'm looking after you.
Please look after me.
Okay? So, I remember this situation with my missus, and when we had the baby, that she was fearing this thing called a 4-month regression period.
Right, what's
It's
that?
it's when the baby it's born, and in 4 months, in the first 4 months, the mind starts developing, and they start getting a bit cranky. Their sleep's off. They don't eat well. Everything goes haywire.
Yeah.
Okay, and what that means for the adult, the mum and the dad, okay, is that less sleep. It's going to fuck up your routine.
That's right.
Okay, you're going to have less sleep. You're going to have you'll just stop your routine. So in the first couple of months, my missus was fearing this 4-month regression.
Right.
It's going to be bad, and I've read these reviews, and every single mum is saying the same thing. The baby doesn't sleep, it cries.
It's fucking doomsday.
It's doomsday. We're going to have a rough period when this comes.
Beautiful.
Sweet. How long does this last? Could last 2 weeks, could last... We don't know. Anyway, the time came, and none of that happened. Like usual.
Get the fuck out of here.
And you'll see in the viewers' lives, when they look at a situation that they feared, once they feared of something, when the day came, it wasn't as bad.
100%.
We do this all the fucking time.
9 out of 10 times the shit you think was going to happen didn't happen.
Exactly. So, yeah, it's just prejudging the situation.
Yeah.
We're always throwing negatives of we're not going to be able to handle it. We're not going to be good enough to do this.
It's just going to be all shit.
It's going to be all shit. It's doom and gloom.
Yeah. Straight lopsided.
Exactly. Now, why do we do this? Is because we're not confident in ourselves.
Correct.
We're not confident that we're going to step up when the situation comes. Yes, it might be, this 4-month regression, it might be really bad. It wasn't for us, thank God, but it may be really bad. And I do believe the reviews. But fearing it's going to be bad and, hitting a nail in a coffin and saying, like, this is what's going to be, and it's done, is ridiculous.
Also, the fear is that if you judge it in a negative way and say, this is going to be bad, that gives you time to prepare.
Exactly.
All right, you can get your fucking defenses up.
Exactly, yeah.
What's going on, cunt?
Yeah.
But if you leave it open, we've got a fear that we're going to get to that time, and we're not going to be ready.
Spot on.
Like, take it easy. You're either going to lose sleep or you're not. You're not going to come in with heavy artillery. We're not going to war here.
No.
But every situation is geared so we can be ready. It's always about being ready, and it's defense ready all the time.
Exactly.
You don't want to be caught slipping.
Spot on.
That's the main fucking motivation here. Try to resist the temptation to think like this. All right. Obviously, it's hard because we've done it fucking forever.
Exactly.
But what we're trying to say here is, it's always better to be wrong about a positive than right about a negative, or at least to have that attitude or that thought process or that mindset. Like, sweet, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But what's going to happen is going to happen. We can't control that. There's no need for us to control that, because the thing is, if you judge the situation there's more likely that that's going to happen. Or even if it does happen, you've already stressed enough for that situation. What I'm saying is, you live with the pain. Even if it ends up not happening, you still have put yourself in that mental process as if it was going to happen.
Yeah, that's stress. You've already gone through it.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's fucked up on both ends.
And even if it does happen, it's like a double whammy. You've already stressed and gone over it. Then it does happen. There's more stress. The stress before, it's easy to say it's not needed, but in hindsight, it's not needed. It's like you're stressing over something that may not happen.
Correct.
And if it does happen and you stress about it, or sweat, you're a human being, you stress. Okay. Getting up and over it real quick, that's where mastery is. But stressing before the situation is crazy.
Not only that, is the situation you're stressing about, does that stress help? Obviously not.
No, obviously not.
Is there a way that you can get ready? We're not talking about going to war and we're just going to roll up and start fucking killing cuts. It's not that we're not. How armed up do we need to be for this situation? That's what I'm saying.
It's good to be aware of the situation.
Yeah, swear.
Okay, going back to that 4-month regression thing. All right, this happens.
This happens.
Okay, it's like a checkpoint in the baby's life. It happens. How do you deal with it? All right, we're going to lose less sleep. Okay, that's it. I'm aware of it and no problem. Let it come. If it comes, I'll deal with it. That's it.
That's right.
That's where you draw the line, though.
That's where you draw the line. That's right. The thinking about it, the preparedness. The ego draws you in. It makes you feel unsettled. It always gets you with the feelings.
Always.
That's where it controls you.
Exactly.
If you didn't feel anything, you could do whatever the fuck you want. If you did not have fear or did not give a fuck, there's so many things you could do. You would just do shit.
Yeah. Serial killers go and kill people all the time. They've got no feeling.
Correct.
That's it.
But you wouldn't care about fucking, rejection. You wouldn't care about pleasing anybody.
No.
You just be, I'm doing this right now and I don't give a fuck. And that's essentially what you want to kind of work to. But because we're humans, we're always going to feel some type of way. But it's not about not having fear. It's not about not giving a fuck and shit like that.
No.
The real motherfucker feels deep, but also does what he needs to do regardless of how he feels. All right? There ain't no courage without no fear. So one needs to have the other. If you don't give a fuck, you're not being courageous.
No.
You got to feel scared. The coward and the courageous cunt is the same thing. They both feel fear. But the courageous motherfucker goes out and does it.
Exactly.
So don't be scared about feeling a certain way, in general. Yeah, be optimistic. Yeah, all right. You might have apprehensions about this might not happen. Sweet. But back to the same thing. Everything works the same. Everything's a skill. That must be practiced. But you're not losing if you're optimistic.
Of course.
You're losing because optimistic is open. Be open to the situation. If you fucking choose the other road, that means you're judging it, you're fucking full closed and you're full defense. No fight gets won if you're defensive.
Exactly. So the moral of this story is that stop prejudging. Things are going to come, let them come. You stay grounded, be true to yourself, know that you're the person you got yourself here. You might be 30 years old, 40 years old, you got yourself here.
That's right.
That's a skill.
Your worst days are behind you.
Exactly. And you're going to get yourself to 50, to 60. You got your health, God willing, but you're more than capable of challenges, overcoming challenges. Thinking about the challenges or trying to frame them in a certain way to make yourself feel better, ain't not going to help you.
Anticipating.
Exactly.
It's not going to make you feel better.
Spot on. So let it flow.
Let it flow and stop fucking around.